Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be trying out the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation Concealer by Milani. I actually had this for quite a while now. I never used it, never. And then I bought one and then I got one from them for free. So I think that the one I bought was a little bit too dark, so I got a little lighter one from them so I could make that work. But this is what the foundation looks like. I love the packaging, and of course it has a pump, so that way it's easier and sanitary if you do makeup. But I have the color 07 Sand and I have the color 09 Tan. So I'm gonna try out this one. I already prepped my skin, so I'm gonna go ahead, and if I need the darker color then I will add this in. But if this looks a little bit light, you'll see I'll make it work at the end of the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my L'Oreal sponge like always. I still use the beauty blenders, but I'm so used to the sponge now, more for like everyday, you know. So I want to start right here on my chin just to see how much it really covers. So it's a medium to full coverage, so obviously you could build it up. And so far as the color I will use. Okay, so I'm not even done with the first layer yet, and it's already like pretty full coverage, I think. So it is a little bit on the light side, but I feel like I'm very light this day, so at the end it's gonna work. I make everything work pretty much with bronzer or mix it in another shade, but I didn't want to mix my L'Oreal Pro Matte. As you guys know, I really love that foundation to mix it in with anything, so I didn't want to mix it into this one because I really wanted to see like how it works. Goes on your ears, neck, but a little bit more, same color, more right here on like my problem areas. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna go ahead and use the full coverage Ulta concealer. This is waterproof. I don't think I have the right shade, but I'm gonna go ahead and use it to conceal my dark circles. It has like a salmon tone color, so oh my god, this looks super thick. Super thick. So back again with the sponge. Oh my god. This could definitely be a dupe for the shade tip. So I'm gonna go in with this palette right here. I haven't used this palette very much, so I really want to use it to do you see these colors? These colors are beautiful. So I'm just gonna go in with this palette. I'm gonna go ahead and use the first row, like just like this. So pretty much I'm gonna start with this one. I'm actually gonna start with the More Cosmetic stack with the Scene shade. You guys know I love this. I use this for everything. So this is just a Wet n Wild brush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it in the crease or all over that eyelid. So I always just like to start with this shade, but you guys will see here now that I'm gonna go ahead and start using a new blending brush. This is a MAC brush. I will list it down below. If you don't see me mention it or anything, it will be in the description box. So here I'm using the shades in the palette Innocent and Whimsy or Whimsy. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but I just like to build this up to build the intensity and the transition for the next shadows and darker shadows to come in the look. So you guys will see that as well. So now I'm gonna go in with the clean brush and just blend that out. So first I go clean it up with the clean brush, and then I use that same brush to pretty much intensify the color, because when I'm blending I really lose a lot of pigment in the shadows. So I really like to go back and forth with that just to make sure that I have all the pigmentation. So then I'm gonna go in with this crown brush. It's like a pointier brush, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Smoked. Just in the corner. I'm literally gonna tap this shade. So now here you see me first placing the darker shade, which is the shade Smoked. I do like to use this brush for that kind of technique, and then you guys will see me going back in with the other blending brush that I used earlier, just to make sure that it's blended, because I don't like harsh lines, of course. Nobody wants that in their look. So here I'm just blending that, just so I know, like, I have the foundation of the shadow where I know where I want it to go, and then I go up, blend it in, and then you guys will see me that here I'm checking like how intense it is, right? And I wanted it like a little bit more intense, or it needs a little bit more blending. So sometimes I even use, so I tap the color, the one that I'm using, like the transition shade that I used earlier, so then that way it helps me blend out the darker shadows, because darker shadows tend to be a little bit harsh to blend. Now here I'm going with this e.l.f. shadow brush, and this is in the shade Ethereal, I believe. I'm just gonna list it down below because I don't think I'm pronouncing it right, but it's a really pretty goldy shade, and I really like it because I thought it was great for the look. And this is just like I haven't done like a natural glam bronze look like this in a very, very long time, just because I'm always doing just bronzer in the crease and going, or I'm doing a full on color olive green, blue look, whatever. Like, I really haven't been playing with these colors much, and it's crazy because I really used to play with these colors a lot more. So here I'm back in with the crown brush as well, just adding a little bit more of the smoke shade and just intensifying the outer V. And you guys will see like that brush really helps you place the color where you want it, and not to go into the gold shadow, or the gold shadow go into the matte shadow, because I really like to keep it as separate as possible, because then what's the point of using mattes and shimmers separate, or you know what I mean. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and highlight with this concealer. So this is a brush that I got in a set a very long time ago off of eBay, but I really like it to apply concealer whenever like it doesn't have like a wand or anything like that, like this master concealer from Maybelline. Another alternative for this brush is a Sephora one. So Morphe has plenty of these brushes. BH Cosmetic does as well. I will leave them listed down below for that. And I pretty much apply it everywhere, and then I go in with my L'Oreal sponge to like blend it out. But right here I just make sure that I really have it everywhere I want it, even though I already applied the other concealer, but this is like a lighter shade, so in case the other one was a little bit too dark for me, because I feel like it was a little bit too dark for me and my foundation is lighter. I'm a mess today. So then today I'm gonna go ahead and try out a new powder shade. This is light medium 20. So I used this a few times, maybe like once or twice, and I think I like it. So let's see how this goes. This is kind of like some first impressions, or like, I mean, some review video, I mean, on some new items, because I got new items going on here. Wow. Wow. Can anyone see how smooth my under eye is though? I'm like snatched. This one is not like your typical setting powder, because this one has color to it. So the light medium shade is what I picked, so we'll see how. I think I should look at a light shade for this step, but I think it works for now. Now here I'm going in back with the palette with the shade Classic. This is like a matte banana shade, just to highlight the brow bone. And yes, I did my eyebrows off camera. I do have a tutorial coming up on that really soon. And this little detail brush is from Moda, or what is it called, Royal and Nickel, I believe. I will list it down below and I will let you guys know. So going back in again with the blending brush, just to make sure that that's blended and it doesn't look harsh at all. Making sure that nothing looks harsh, pretty much, like my crease, my outer V. Adding a little bit more brown shade. This is the smoke shade, because like I said, you lose a lot of the color, and you could tell, like when I blend it, I lose it and then I add it again. I decided to use this Sephora powder because I feel like it will be a little bit more lightweight, since the foundation is a full coverage consistency, or medium to full coverage, because my first layer was medium and then the second layer was it made it thicker. So it is a buildable coverage. So it's even on here it says it's a medium to full coverage, lightweight, oil-free formula, long wearing, water resistant, and sweat proof. It's been hot in Cali lately, so we'll see how good it holds up. I'm not even gonna wear it meanwhile the time I go to school, because I have something else to do later on, and I'm gonna redo my makeup for that. That's that. So now I'm gonna go in with this brush, and then out of this palette, not the creamy side. It does have more of the gray undertone. I know it looks very light on here, but it's buildable. Really soft and smooth powder. So with the same powder, I'm gonna go ahead and do my nose contour. I really like the shade, so that's why I'm using it for my nose as well. Now I'm gonna go in with this bronzer. You guys know I love this bronzer. This is the Makeup Revolution bronzer. Look how pretty it is. So some brush. So pretty. So I'm gonna go in on the lighter side. I don't wear a lot of blush lately, It's like 2017. I left blush behind, but I really like this one because it's on the lighter side, so I could build it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the palette here and finish off my lower lash line. I'm gonna go ahead and mix the shade Innocent, Whimsy, and Smoked all together with this little brush. I will list it down below. I think this is a Milani brush as well, but I'm just finished off my lower lash line. And then this is the Pro Glow palette, like basically the sister to the eyeshadow palette, the one that I was using to contour. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the highlights for that. I really love the highlights for this look. Oh my god. And I used the same one of the shades for my inner corner as well. They're a little bit powdery, but I really love this highlights. Like I was glowing to the gods. Go ahead and set my face. So now here, because my hair is so dark, you guys could see that I have foundation on my hair, so I always have a towel handy just to wipe it off later when I'm done with the powders and everything else. So now I'm gonna go in with the Tarteist mascara. And then I'm gonna use these Ardell Studio lashes. And just because I'm a little extra, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this Ultra and Blissful. I don't think it's shining enough. Ooh. Ooh. Do y'all see that? Can y'all see me now? So I cut my hair a little bit. Shout out to Brenda. She cut it really nice and blunt. This is exactly the cut that I wanted. The length that I wanted. I kind of wish I would have went a little shorter, not because it's so cute, but I kind of wanted to keep my length, and she really managed to do that. Brenda is a classmate that I go to school with. She's a really good person, and she's so sweet. So thank you so much, Brenda. I keep telling her she's really good with haircuts, and she's like, no, she's like super shy, but no, she's amazing. Like, she, you know, when you're learning, like, you don't think you're the best at it, but because I don't think I could do a lot of stuff yet, but still, like, I really think that Brenda killed this. And then the color on my hair is not really a black, it's a blue black. So I used the Matrix color. I did this on myself. I posted it on Instagram, the products that I used for that. But I really love this cut because this is how I style my hair, and this is the only way I really like to style my hair. So with the other cut that I had when it was getting too long and like picky and like at the end was just like choppy, it was just not giving me this look that I like. So I'm very happy. If you guys are interested in like anything, hair, makeup, facials, anything like that in the Bay Area, like East Bay Area, leave me a comment down below. Let me know so I could give you some information. I just don't want to give information and put it out here because I don't really tell anybody where I go to school at. I keep that very private because I think that's a very private thing for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish curling my hair here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let it cool down. So meanwhile I let it cool down, I'm gonna go ahead and start with my inner corner highlights. So I'm gonna go ahead and list the shade that I used for that down below, because I just don't remember right now which shade I used. And then I will list the lip combo that I use as well. I love this look. Oh my god. Like I said, it's one of my favorite go-to looks. And last but not least, I'm gonna go in with the texturizer spray. Holding, not rolling. Whoa. I just love this hair so much. So I recorded an outro, but I'm not sure what happened to it. So here is the finished look, how it pictured. It lasted pretty well all day, and as always, I put my hair up by the end of the day, and I got these pictures like at sunset time, which it was the perfect time. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.